we at today, honey? Hello everybody, it's Carl, Camping with Endless Weekends, and to all the YouTubers out there, I just want to say hello, and I want to bring you a video. It's not a camping video, it's about RV safety. After the trip that we've been on, over 6,500 miles, we believe we a little bit seasoned, a lot more seasoned than we were when we left. I want to remind you about this Schumacher 12-volt travel mug that we'll be giving away in just a few more subscribers when we get to the amount we want. And I also want to let you know about these stickers. They're very, very nice die cast stickers. Says Camping with Endless Weekends. They're $8 and they got free shipping, and they're on our Camping with Endless Weekends page on Facebook. And you can also get them by going to through PayPal, and I'll put a link in the description of this video how to get one. I want to talk about RV safety. You know, a 6,500 mile trip is a lot of miles in an RV, whether you're driving a motorhome or whether you're pulling a fifth wheel with a pickup truck. It's a lot of miles, and a lot of things can go wrong. We left and went down through the southeast, and we caught Route 10 in Mississippi. And while traveling from Mississippi to Arizona, and now when I mention truckers in here, 99% of the truckers on the road today are very good drivers, very safe drivers. But you know, there's a trucker shortage right now, and they're putting guys behind the wheel sometimes before they're ready to drive a big rig. I mean, them rigs are sometimes loaded with a lot of weight. These guys are driving a lot of hours and they're getting tired sometimes. And I'm not cutting truckers down at all. I love truckers, and I appreciate what truckers do for America. So I always want to get that out there right now. But I'm going to talk about two instances on this trip that where we could have been in horrendous accidents. One was in going through Louisiana. A trucker was on the lane to exit Route 10, and we're on Route 10 going straight, and he's going this way. Well, right at the last moment, I don't know whether he realized that he was going the wrong route or whatever, but he cut us off, barely missing our front end. But we're thankful that we didn't get in that accident. So we run through Texas. We ran into some high winds in Texas, some very high winds going through Texas Hill Country. And where the RV was, I mean, it was all back and forth, rocking sometimes. And I'll show you, I'll put a link in this video, but before we left, I put item on the front, an aftermarket item called SumoSprings. They're by a company called SumoSprings. They're called Sumo Springs. And when manufacturers make these motorhomes, they put a little bump stop on them that's about maybe 4 inches at best. And your RV can go up and down until it hits that bump stop. Okay? And I put an item on it. It's called Sumo Springs, and the Sumo Springs are about like that, which allows your RV to come down a short distance before resting, before the Sumo Springs come together. Well, I believe that in that instance, the Sumo Springs helped us on the rocking back and forth in the high winds. And when we got to Arizona, they continued helping us because we was in a lot of rugged terrain. I remember doing a BLM stop at Saddle Mountain where we pulled in after dark and I got lost, and we went back this road and it was bouncing. I mean, it was trying to bounce considerably. And when it would get to hit the Sumo Springs would come together, it would stop it, so it wasn't so bad. Had them bump stops been on there, it could have went down that much further before stopping. But that's just another incident where I feel that the Sumo Springs helped. Um, we boondocked in a lot of rough places. When you get on them washboard roads in Arizona, a lot of that BLM land, you have to go through washboard roads to get to where you might want to camp. And to get along further with the story, so don't make it a long, boring story, so you stop watching. On the way home, on the way back through from Arizona through uh, Texas, I believe we were in New Mexico. Another big rig, and I could tell he was tired or something. He was off the road and back on the road and off in the left lane and back in his lane. And Connie told me, said, try to get around him if you can. I don't think he's safe. So we follow him for a distance, and we come to a place where and this is where I feel the Sumo Springs may have saved our life. We come to a place where all trucks are supposed to enter and be weighed. And there was even a sign flash that all trucks must enter. So he slows to about 40 miles per hour. At this point, I start making my way around him, and for some reason he decides not to enter, and he speeds up. At this point, we're trying to get around him, and he's speeding up, and I'm probably maybe a nose ahead of him, and he speeds up to where he's a nose ahead of us. And at this point, we decide to back off and just get back behind him. And at that moment, he just came right over. I mean, he came right over. I could not do anything except go into the median. And at that point, I was probably, I would say, a good 18 inches to 2 foot in the medium, and the RV is leaning like this. Well, not quite so bad, but is leaning, and I thought, well, we're going over. For a split second, I thought we were going over. We did have the Jeep hooked to the back, which may have still been partway on the highway, but I believe, again, that bump stop, that 4-inch bump stop that I removed before we started out and put, I would say, a 7 to 8 inch bump stop in its place, the Sumo Springs, I believe they came together and stopped us from overturning. Had the smaller bump stop been on there, we probably, I feel, that we would have overturned. So you have to, when you think about product safety and RV safety, you have to put everything into account. If we'd have rolled, I doubt that we would have survived. We were, like I said, we were going 65 to 70 trying to get around this truck when I decided to back off. And I could not do anything. To be honest with you, that caused road rage. At that point, after we found out we were going to survive and I gathered my senses, you had an RV chasing a semi trying to get his information off the back of the semi, which we, again, decided to just let it go. And I finally got his information, but decided not to make the call and try to get him in trouble. Because I'm a big fan of forgiveness, because I've done a lot that I needed forgiven for. But we have to think about safety in RVs. We not only have to think about ourselves, we have to think about that other person driving that other 55, 60 foot big rig that's right beside us, or that other car that wants to pull out in front of us, and we don't have the stopping distance of a car. We have the stopping distance of a 26,000 pound RV towing. So we have to think about that too. But I just want to talk a little bit about RV safety today, remind you of our giveaway, and I want to say I'm thankful for Sumo Springs. I'm thankful for the $700 that I put into the front of this RV, and I really believe, and I'm not a affiliate of Sumo Springs or Super Springs, but I believe the Sumo Springs may have saved our life that day. So you guys have a good day. We just want to thank you for those of you that we've had a lot of subscribers here lately, even before I put the notice on there about giving away the Schumacher. But and Schumacher is not an affiliate of ours either. We bought that out of our own money. We don't have a lot of money to buy big fancy gifts to give away and all the sponsors. So I want to thank all the subscribers that's came on board lately, those of you that faithfully watch us. And I just want to tell you to have a good day. And remember, when you're driving an RV, when you're towing an RV, anything RV, always do your safety inspections, do your walk arounds, and always remember to be safe. Camping with Endless Weekends loves you, and we ask you to love others. Bye-bye.